game. That came on Tuesday. They lost to Penn State 84-46, so trying to bounce back from that effort as we are set to get it going. Eastern Shore will control it. That's Glenn Anderson, freshman guard. As we take a look at that starting lineup, 3 seniors in that starting group. I mentioned Cheeseman right out of the gate. He's kind of the leader for them right now. As turnaround jumper in the lane goes down for Kevon Boyles, freshman out of Berlin, Maryland.
Yeah, it's real interesting. Got a lot of new guys that are contributing right away with some veterans as well.
Same lineup for the Flames as Holmesley runs out, hands it to Scottie James, who flushes it with 2 hands. Not a bad way to start.
Yeah, they'll beat that pressure real easily. Get Scottie involved real quick with the flush.
Scottie had 3 points Friday night, the fewest he scored in a game since January of 18. That also came against Radford. He had 2 in that game. So the Highlanders have played him tough, but as you said, expect to bounce back.
Yeah, and that just shows the depth that you can have a night against a tough game like that against Radford. Scottie has 3 and the Flames still come out victorious.
Bounce pass in the paint, tough bucket, in and out. And snatched by the Flames. That was Cheeseman on the attempt.
Yeah, you can see them trying to go to A.J. Cheeseman. He's going to need a big outing this afternoon.
Cheeseman, a top returning scorer, averaged almost 9 a game a year ago. Darius McGee swinging it.
Hey, the Hawks really getting up into guys on the defensive end. I like seeing that.
Trapping now, Pacheco trying to get out of it, and they are going to get a whistle going against Eastern Shore, and they are going to call that one on Glenn Anderson. The freshman played a team-high 26 minutes against Penn State back on Tuesday.
Nice job by Caleb. It was a 2-on-2, so he drew both defenders over. Makes a nice little feed to Scottie.
Flames, a deliberate offense. Using up some clock. They find George Pacheco open for 3. Can't hit. Scottie James in for the rebound and the putback.
And Scottie started that play. He had little eyes in the back of his head. The trap was coming from the backside. He makes a nice pass to Pacheco and then does the job he always does, crashing the glass for the putback.
Flames out to an early advantage here in the first couple of minutes as these two feel each other out. Maryland Eastern Shore picked to finish last in the MEAC this season. The Flames picked to finish atop the A-Sun as Caleb Holmesley comes in and snatches it away.
Great help by Holmesley. The defender was close enough. He left his man to go kind of trap and poke it away. Great heads up.
Holmesley waits for the screen. Out inside, Scottie James, and that's going to be goaltending. Well, you think there was a little bit of an emphasis on let's get a big fella going after the way Friday night went?
Yeah, for sure. Great screen and roll there by Scottie and Caleb.
6 early points for James. Last season shot 66% from the field. That was 10th in the nation as he had a special year in a Flames uniform. Drive, couldn't quite finish it there. It was Anderson. They're one and done right now on the offensive end.
Yeah, nice move by Anderson there to get all the way to the rim, but just doesn't finish.
Pacheco nearly lost it, fortunate to keep possession.
And the Hawks bringing some real good pressure here early, some forward. Even in the half court, we've seen some run and jump.
James gathers off the window, no, fights for the rebound and goes off of him back out of bounds to Eastern Shore. So another good look for Scottie.
Yeah, that bobble, he just couldn't catch it clean. I think that threw him off a little bit, but you can see the emphasis. They want to get Scottie touches. Scotty's really in rhythm.
Well, we're all kind of learning what this Eastern Shore team and program will look like with Crafton at the helm as that 3 off the mark. And a whistle going to go against Eastern Shore. What kind of style they'll play, who, especially these young guys, can be impact players. And in some ways, I'm sure he's kind of trying to figure that out himself.
Yeah, and the young guys on the Hawks, you know, they went into Penn State the other night, and the young crew had 21 of their 46 points. So they need to contribute. It's nice to have guys that can come in right away and help a team.
Again, showing pressure. Flames were pretty good against that Radford pressure on Friday.
Yeah, again, with the versatility of Liberty's players, you know, they can have different guys helping with breaking pressure. And
cross-court pass, Pacheco open for 3. Short, the rebound by James. Powers up and hammers. The big fella with some energy.
That's the Scottie I remember.
All 8 of the Flames points right now, thanks to Scottie James. 3 rebounds to go along with it.
Like I said, he was going to have a double-double. I didn't know maybe the first half.
Yeah, first 10 minutes. Mod Frost banks that one in. So he's on the board. Redshirt senior, averaged just over 5 a game a year ago.
Yeah, Frost played a lot of games in this program. He's a guy that they're going to need for the senior leadership as he teaches the young guys what the program's all about.
Cross-court pass, feeding Scottie James, has a smaller man on him and powers it up and in. Well, I mean, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Why change anything at this point? No one has been able to slow down Scottie James.
Yeah, he is just focused.
Boyles, free throw line, fading away a bit. James there to clean it up. Each team has a couple of subs waiting to check in at the next dead ball.
Flames have been patient. They really like the ball movement. They are going into Scottie, but they're not forcing it. They're making a few passes, trying to break the defense down, and then letting them go to work.
James, here comes that double team.
Nice job.
Poked away, taken by Frost. Well, Euro step pretty in the lane and drops it in for 2.
Yeah, the Shore's done that a couple times now. They'll kind of disguise it and delay that trap, and it'll come from the backside. That time Frost makes a nice poke away for the run out.
Holmesley now free throw line, nearly lost it, gets it back. 15 on the shot clock. Deep 3 coming in, out. James there for the rebound, and they'll reset. Duffy thought about the 3, they swing it now. Holmesley gonna drive, gets in the lane, lobs for Scottie James, off the window for 2 more. This Flames team can share the route.
They sure can. That's great unselfishness. I mean, you see Caleb Holmesley driving into the paint. He draws so much attention. Nice little float pass to Scottie.
Cheeseman in the post, pass taken away. Good job there by Darius McGee to cut in front.
Yeah, coming in from the help side.
Give it right back to him, corner triple off the mark. James! The rebound! The dunk! Oh, Scottie! All day, he's got 14!
And hustled himself up the floor. Great timing, great anticipation. Wow.
14 to Scottie James. Well, this presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Foster Fuels, exceeding expectations since 19.
Was an emotional and tough situation. I asked Keegan where he plans on transferring. He doesn't know yet. Very rare and special of Coach McKay to let him hang around, Matt.
Yeah, well, it says a lot about the kid and what they think of him and what he's brought to this program the past couple of years. And certainly, I think everybody in the program wishes him the best and hope he lands in a great situation for him. Good kid, good family. His sister was also an athlete here at Liberty, so best of luck to Keegan. Lob inside, who's going to catch it? 2 guys going for it. 2 receivers in the same area there, Naz, as Darius McGee and Scottie James went up for the alley-oop. 3 ball on the way, that's pure. Ty Gibson, who just checked in, knocks it down. Darius unaware that this was the Scottie James show here today.
He's trying to get in on the action.
Yeah.
Scottie, look at this, man. He's got 14 and 7 already.
14 and 7. Normally, Naz, I don't give you credit for your impact players this early, but you nailed it, I think. Darius McGee from downtown. Young fella.
I called Scottie's double-double. I just didn't say how quickly he would get that.
Darius McGee had 4 points in the game against Rafford. He started the ball game with a triple and kind of got this crowd going. That was a great night for Flames Nation to take that one in as mid-range jumper falls for Bruce Guy, one of the freshmen that has joined this program. Speaking of freshmen, Kyle Road out there now for Liberty. What a debut he had in the Flames uniform. Good feed down to Scottie James. In the paint, powers it up, in and out.
That's just another great pass. And he's just eyes always looking. And we saw him hit 3s. We saw him make some nice dishes.
That one deflected. Holmesley tracks it down. Yeah, he plays like a veteran. That's on assistant coach Derek Johnson said. He said, "Yeah, what do you think of our first-year senior?" So yeah, you're kind of right. McGee drives off the window. No. Maybe a little surprised to find himself so open around the rim. That's something, though, with Darius McGee you want to see more of. 74% of his shots a year ago were from beyond the arc. Not a big guy, certainly, but quick enough to beat his man off the dribble.
Yeah, and as he gets more successful beyond the arc, people are going to start tightening that distance up. Be nice to see him go off the dribble a little more.
They're going to get Scottie James with the shove down low, so that'll be his.
To not have to go against the pack line for 30 seconds. And then if you're LU, really guard the dribble. Maybe a little outshoot off of Friday night's game. But, you know, the perimeter defense looked good, but as guys get off the dribble, they need to clean that up a little bit today.
And we got a timeout there as there was a scuffle for the basketball. Eastern Shore calling the timeout, retaining possession as they lost it momentarily. Well, this is the third meeting all time between these two programs. Liberty 3-0. Last time they met back in 2017. We remember that game. Liberty winning 71-49. It's been an interesting road for this Maryland Eastern Shore program as a whole. This is their third coach in 3 seasons. They had Bobby Collins, then Cliff Reed last year, who was deemed kind of an interim head coach, and now they hand it off to Jason Crafton, hoping to get a little bit more just stability, consistency, and let him build his program now.
Yeah, and they got a great guy there with a great pedigree, great basketball experience. He's worked up and down the East Coast, which there's are a lot of great players. New York, Philadelphia, him there in the D.C., Baltimore area. So give him time. I think he's going to do a great job there at Eastern Shore.
Rivos force it up, no. Offensive board, turnaround, falls. That's Bruce Guy with his second bucket of the afternoon.
Good guy, another one of those newcomers for the Shore that are having some instant impact.
Yeah, 6'6" freshman out of Cordova, Tennessee. Liberty controlling the points in the paint right now thanks to Scottie James. George Pacheco knifing his way to the hoop for 2. Flames lead it by 6. Under 11 to go here in the first half. Ty Gibson driving, passing in the paint, the spin and the lay-in from Prevost. And the sophomore out of Houston has his first bucket of the day.
Yeah, and again, that's created by penetration. That ball gets too deep into the paint. Guys have to come over and help. Leaves other guys open.
Mile Baxter Belt coming off the bench, handling it. Gives it up to Elijah Cuffey, right back to Mile. He's the paint, rather. There's another one of those freshmen, Shiloh Robinson with the easy lay-in.
Nice flash there by Robinson, but Mile did something really nice. Took a dribble and then took a reverse dribble that drew the defender out, created a little more space there in the paint for Robinson to flash.
You saw Robinson and Rowe, the two freshmen, play so well, and not just playing well, that was impressive enough as that shot off the mark and Baxter Belt lose the rebound. Playing well, but playing well in that type of environment. It was a big game environment Friday night against Radford, and they showed up.
They were completely unfazed, unflappable.
Two freshmen are roommates and play well off of each other.
Yeah, he's got each other their first points off an assist. That's fun.
Ball kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with Liberty. 6 on the shot clock as Maryland Eastern Shore will check in 3 new bodies.
Eastern Shore, I like their defensive game plan. They're mixing things up. Sometimes they're straight man. Sometimes you never know when that trap's going to come from behind. They've thrown in some full court pressure.
Pacheco to inbound it. It's his Shiloh Robinson to free throw line. Baxter Bell, they have to hoist one up. Maya will do so. Comes up well short, shot clock violation. So good defensive stand there from the Hawks. Both teams shooting over 50% from the field right now. Anderson in the corner, pump fake, drives baseline, kicks it out, and they'll swing it. And Sean Phillip backing it out with 12 on the shot clock, working on the freshman Robinson. Anderson flying through the lane and gets it to fall. Another freshman, get out of Harlem, New York.
Again, more dribble penetration that was just so damaging.
Robinson using the screen from fellow freshmen, trying to get some space, knocked away and taken away by the Hawks. Down 4, hoisting to 3, and look at that. Sean Phillip knocking down the triple. We have a 1-point ball game.
Another one of those fast this freshman for the Shore.
When you're on the road, you're a heavy underdog. If you can find a little spark early and get yourself believing, like we're in this game, it can go a long way, and it's certainly happening here in the Eastern Shore.
They weathered the Scottie James storm early.
George Pacheco with the answer, the bucket, and the foul. That says, hey, let's just settle down a little bit. So 4 for Georgie, as Scottie James set to check back in.
Georgie always just has such timely decisions. Like, he knows when to run offense. He knows when kind of it's his time, when he feels the team needs a bucket from him. We saw him make that nice cut a couple possessions ago for a lay-in. That time he takes it himself. He just rarely does that kid make a bad decision.
Georgie completes the three-point play. Well, we just got a little note here from stat guru / SID extraordinaire Steven Gonzalez. That was the second time in Scottie James' career he scored the first 10 points for Liberty. Not many guys ever do that, much less twice. Scottie actually scored the first 14 here today as he really started this game on fire and forced the ill-advised pass there.
How many guys are going to come up with a stat like that so quickly other than Steven Gonzalez?
Steven Gonzalez, I mean.
He's the best.
So the Flames up by 4. Cuffey, probing, now kicks out deep 3 coming from McGee, and it's pure. No limit to the range for Darius McGee.
Effortless.
He's got 6. And Maryland Eastern Shore sits in this one, starting to...
Said that crowd was fantastic. This is what you dream about when you rebuild a program and have home court advantage. Friday night, like I said, the Liberty Flames had one. And he even said, Flames Nation, they should put that win on their record. If a home court is worth 5 or 6 points, they've won that game for us.
How about the concentration from Emily there?
Oh,
I mean, you know, all this going on around her, all the screaming, some kid trying to, I don't know what he was trying to show us on his phone. That made me a little nervous, but able to just focus in. Yeah. That's the type of stuff that, you know, Richie McKay talks about, the poise under pressure. Yeah, what a crowd. Biggest crowd since that Clemson game. What was that, back in 09? Scottie James can't finish there. We'll head the other way. It was a different kind of feeling, a feeling we haven't really felt in this building in a long, long time. I had somebody tell me it's been around for a while. This is the way it was back when Richie was here the first time. Back in the Seth Curry days, it had a little bit of that feel to it. Cheeseman going to work, knocks it down. See if they can't get him going. His first bucket of the ball game. Flames lead it by 5.
Now the Hawks jumping in kind of an extended zone. And they've really done a nice job mixing up defenses, giving Liberty different looks.
James doing a good job moving the basketball. Mosley drives their feet inside to James, and they're going to say it glance off of Scottie, and we'll go back the other way. Caleb Holmesley right now has 4 assists. He's yet to take a shot.
Actually, that one I thought he was just sort of rise up for a little bit of a 8-foot floater there, but again, you can't fault unselfishness looking for your teammate.
Another turnover. That has been the downfall for Maryland Eastern Shore today. They're shooting 62% from the field, but they've turned it over 7 times. That was also an issue against Penn State on Tuesday. They committed 19 turnovers in that ballgame.
Yeah, they got a lot of road games ahead of them. You know, when you go into hostile environments, you really got to protect the basketball.
Their first 6 games on the road, 13 of 15 non-conference games away from home. Kyle Rode feeling right at home in a Liberty uniform, knocks down the triple.
It was great. I love this quote. He's like, that night, Friday night, was everything I hoped and expected it would be.
Yeah.
I mean, it was certainly more than we expected he would be.
Not many freshmen have a debut like Kyle Rode has. The air ball there. Rode finished with 12 points, 4 rebounds against Radford. It's just the impressive thing, as we talked about with these freshmen, has just been the poise that they've shown, and that's something that usually takes a while to kind of grow into.
Yeah, and Kyle said it too in his post-game interview. He's like, my teammates have confidence in me. So that's something they've told him that he feels. And so when you step out here, it's like there's no second guessing. And that time he got the shot in the rotation, no hesitation.
Check in again with Emily. Emily?
Matt, Scottie James was telling me before the game that both of the freshmen were pretty nervous before the game, but he gave them some advice. Two things. One, be yourself. Two, have fun. Richie McKay also added that the biggest compliment to the freshmen is that the guys trust them.
Yeah, you can see it. And that's something that you have to earn on the practice court, and those two guys certainly have done that. Rode now defending as Guy goes up in the lane, finishes, bucket, and the foul. So Bruce Guy now with 6 points. He'll have a chance to add to that.
A nice move here. Take some contact, spin back to the middle. Great concentration and strength to get it up there.
This was a Hawks team that really struggled scoring the basketball last year, averaged just over 57 points per game, actually tied for last in the nation in scoring. And they struggled in their first game against Penn State, only scored 46 in that game, but they've looked pretty competent so far tonight, or this afternoon, I should say, as that three is off the mark.
And McIntosh brings him some size and gets involved there with a nice offensive rebound. They can't convert, but a little diamond pressure this time.
Checo swings it to Rowe, looking inside now, cross-court pass. 10 on the shot clock. Darius McGee gonna fire. No. Batted into the air. Kyle Rowe there to gather it in, tries to take it up, instead it's taken away. The turnover, back comes Maryland Eastern Shore. Frost, the senior, says, let's just slow it down here a bit. Feet inside and it's thrown away. Again, the turnovers. Same in the coaches poll. Like Richie McKay has stressed to his team and to the media as well. You can't just skip ahead to March. You know, you got to put in the work every day. You've got to go through the process. You got to play games like this and bring the energy every single day, because you're going to get everybody else's best shot.
Yeah, as a team and as individuals, you have to work to block that stuff out. A lot of positive things happening, a lot of high expectations. You've got to come to work every day.
He almost lost it, gets it back. They swing it to Cuffey, open from beyond the arc, lets it fly and knocks it down. Cuffey hit both of his shots on Friday night. Both were threes. And it's the first one he takes here.
Yeah, great rotation to get the ball around the horn over to Cuff where he was spotted up.
Phillip hangs off the window too strong, and Scottie James pulls down his 8th rebound of the day. Caleb Holmes, he still hasn't taken a shot. He will now. Free throw line jumper off the mark. And skying for that rebound was Kanan Bartlett. Rod Frost, one of the vets on this group, and you know they're going to lean on those seniors. There's so many new faces and young guys. The ones that have been in this program for a little bit, they're going to lean on them to provide a lot of leadership this season. Tough shot in the lane for Bruce Guy, can't fall, and Liberty will come away with it. Richie McKay up off the bench. I urge his team to really close on a kick here before the half.
And that kick starts with the defense, getting some stops, and then maybe seeing it going out.
Oh, Elijah Cuffey sent that one almost into the second row. A little too tall. And that is the 6th turnover in the ball game for the Flames. Both teams a little sloppy with it, as that one had no chance. Coach McKay thrilled to get that win against Radford, but you have to know also a lot of teaching points coming out of that one, as it got really close in the second half, all the way down. Liberty was led by 20 at one point, got down to 4 in the late stages.
And Coach was talking about how he just really embraced that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want it to be easy, because that gives you kind of this false sense of security. And so, again, having guys having to fight through that and weather that Radford storm as they made their comeback.
Baxter Bell, free throw line, kicks it out. Kyle Rowe. Now to Darius McGee, who will launch and hit. McGee with 9 points. He's knocked down 3 triples.
Yeah, just that one dribble penetration by Rowe gives McGee a chance to just stay out there for an extra second, get his feet set, get his range. right up into the shot.
And he's one of those guys, he can get cooking in a hurry.
Yeah.
Gibson kicks it out, they'll reset, 8 on the shot clock. And Anderson, a little hesitation, kicks it out, 3 ball up, and pure. Kanan Bartley with his first points of the game, junior out of Miami.
The Hawks with some really good patience and ball movement of their own.
Now the final minute of this first half. McGee catches, fires. What do we say? He can heat up quick. He's doing it. 12 points. A.J. Cheeseman has the ball, but a quiet first half for him. Just 2 points. And Bartley backs it out with 15 on the shot clock. Here's Bruce Guy. Back to Bartley. He's going to launch off the mark. And Skying for the rebound. He's the smallest guy on the floor.
Yeah, I love how McGee, he won't leak out, try to get, he'll get himself back in that paint, pull a rebound, put a body on somebody.
James playing for the final shot. Mile basketball powers in. Off the window. No. Here comes Eastern Shore. The lob ahead, and they won't get it off in time. Great guy.
Yeah.
Has a lot of it. You talked about and has great experience. In fact, spent this past summer coaching an athletes and action team made up of D1 and D2 guys playing in New Zealand. And it just seems like a great fit for this program. As Scottie James grabbing the offensive board. Going right back to work here in the second half as he's closing in on a double-double.
And you can see he sold, going back to Coach Kraft, that he sold his team out on defensive commitment, and that's what it takes to turn a program around. Yes, you need guys that can score, but you got to do it at both ends, and I see that out of the Hawks.
Well, you see it, some just nasty three-point shooting from Darius McGee as well. He's knocked down 5 triples tonight. He's got 15, and by the way, with that last offensive rebound, Scottie James did get a double-double. He's got 14 and 10 now. A.J. Cheeseman going to work against Scottie James. Comes up short. He's been held to just 2 points on the afternoon. Cheeseman, a guy that started his career at the University of New Orleans, actually went to the NCAA tournament with them in his freshman campaign. This guy's been around, has some experience. He can help transition this program here throughout this season into with a new staff and a new head coach and a lot of new faces. That ball mishandled. Here's McGee. Look out! Little fella! Get on up!
He can do it from long range, and he can do it with his eyes at the rim.
Kid's got some bounce, doesn't he? 48-inch vertical is what we were told. I'm not going to doubt him.
I don't either. We've seen too many things like that up in the rafters.
Deep three. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Now it's Anderson driving and scoring tough as Scottie James was challenging.
That's a few that Anderson's taken really hard off the dribble.
Caleb Holmesley still scoreless in the game. Floater in the lane. Got it. Nope, wave it off. Offensive foul. Darius McGee, as much as we talk about Scottie scoring the first 14, Darius McGee's now scored 17 in this game, 5 threes before that last dunk.
Yeah, and like you said, Matt, when he hits one, that sort of gets him going. And he hit a couple more after that. Nice pass there by Kyle Rode to find him. Going to halftime, he stayed warm, hits the first 3 out of the break, and then gets a little dunk.
I think he's always warm, and that's what you can't have there. A foul committed on a 3-point shot. And we'll send Ty Gibson to the line for 3. And what is it? You got like the simmer or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, Darius McGee's never cold. He's just maybe simmering.
He's simmering, waiting to boil over at any second.
Like Cuffy, yeah, got a piece of the arm there.
Yeah, it wasn't much, but you got to protect the shooter. Got him on the shooting hand.
Gibson hits the first free throw. Junior played at Gulf Coast State College the last 2 years. Had 6 points the other night against Penn State.
Yeah, we talked about it. So this Hawks team has a good veteran crew.
Yep.
They brought in some junior college or transfer guys, and then they also have some true freshmen. So a nice blend, you know, it's hard to turn a program around. It takes time, it takes the right guys. But Coach Crafton has assembled a good bunch here.
Well, the bottom line, too, is you're gaining experience here in the non-con, but really it all boils down to MEAC play. I mean, it all boils down to the conference season and really the conference tournament as far as that goes. So can't get too high, too low during this non-conference portion of the season if you're the Hawks. Ball nearly stolen. Cuffey gathers, gets in the lane, goes up with the left hand and draws the foul.
Yeah, they finished with the foul, but I'm telling you, I really like the defensive effort from this Hawks team. They're up into guys. We've seen them the press, full court, trap, go back into that matchup zone a little bit. I mean, that takes time to put in. It takes time to perfect.
Cuffey gets the free throw to fall. He's got 4 points, making his 56th straight start today. Kid has continued to get better and better throughout his Liberty career. Flames lead it by 13. Maryland Eastern Shore trying to hang around. Cheeseman has it in the post, trying to pass out of it, does so. Guy up in the lane and it falls. He's got 8.
Good patience by Cheeseman. Didn't force something down in the post. Waits for his teammate. Guy makes a nice cut with a finish.
James looking inside. They get it to Scottie James. Cross-court pass. Hits the deck and now a bump. And we're going to get a whistle going against Amon Frost. That first half, you and I we were talking right before we came back here a moment ago. There's only 6 total fouls between the two teams in the first half. It was played pretty clean in that regard.
Yeah, some turnovers and things, but clean as far as fouls go.
McGee gets in the paint, looks for help, kicks it to Pacheco. Oh, shoot from the top of the key and it rattles out. Liberty now 7 of 17 from beyond the arc. That shot forced out of the hand of Bruce Scott and a rebound to McGee.
Scottie came down awkwardly there off that dribble. Looks like he's okay.
McGee looking into him. Patient now. Goes up strong and he's fouled by Cheeseman. That's number 3 on the senior out of Georgia. So Scottie will head to the line for a couple. 3 team fouls now on Eastern Shore.
Yeah, they're getting Scottie touches down there, and again, Scottie's a smart player. He always sort of waits and makes the read. Is somebody coming to double? Is somebody coming to trap? Didn't see that and took it himself. Got fouled and put himself to the line.
Scottie, 15 points, 11 rebounds tonight, 22nd career double-double. We should mention as well, he's now as the 9th most rebounds in program history. On Friday night, he passed Julius Nwosu.
Oh my
passed
goodness.
him on the all-time list.
Yeah,
so
you've done something when you pass Juice.
One of the all-time greats. Guy that played professionally for years. Scottie has both free throws to fall. Scottie also named to the Lou Henson watch list.
How about Liberty having 2 guys on that list? What an honor.
Another tough bucket. This kid didn't shot.
Yeah.
10 points. That's a new career high for the freshman.
Yeah, he's got confidence. He's playing tough, talking to his teammates.
Pacheco probing, trying to pass out of it, deflected, taken away. Pass ahead of the pack, tipped, gathered in now by Gibson. Then Anderson thought about the triple, now will pull it out.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the Shore, they've come with some great defensive mindset.
The crossover got Meyer first, but did he ever recover?
I said, no, little fella.
Georgie now. Lobbing. James throwing it in. What a day for Scottie James.
Great penetration. Great way to read your teammate. Just floated up there to number 31 for the finish.
18 now for Scottie. Guy looking inside, has it poked away, but gets it back. Gibson waiting for the screen. Deshaun Phillip from way downtown. Oh, you're not supposed to get rolls like that on the road, are you?
Phillip, another one of the freshmen, right out of Baltimore there. Yeah, nice size at 6'5", long arms, good shot from three.
Every time you feel like, all right, Liberty might be set to just kick the door down, Maryland Eastern Shore has an answer. That shot from McGee off the mark from mid-range is kicked around now and picked up by Glenn Anderson. Chance got the deficit to single digits. Guy has it beyond the arc. Working on Baxter Bell. Drives. Tough shot. No. James pulls the board. Holmesley and Rhodes set to check in at the next dead ball. Checo slowing it down. Trying to run McGee off a screen. Get it to him in the corner. Little hoist. Couldn't quite hit the rebound. Pulled down by McIntosh.
Yeah, Hawks have done a good job on the boards, Matt. Liberty's gotten good looks, good shots.
That one off the mark as James pulls down another. He's now got 18 and 14.
They've done a good job in this half, not giving Liberty second chance opportunities, which was their downfall in the first half.
Georgie open from beyond the arc. That's in and out. Flames have gotten a couple of good looks from three on the last two possessions. They just haven't gone down. Now J.C. Crafton calling in a play from the sideline. Anderson can't connect. Both these offenses going a little bit cold. Liberty hasn't scored now in about 2.5 minutes. Maryland Eastern Shore a little over 2.
Yeah, but both teams getting good looks.
Yeah.
It just hasn't fallen for either in the last little segment.
Tuffy driving, taking a little contact. No! Oh, Scottie James rising up and dropping the hammer.
He heard us talk and said, "You guys want a basket? Is that what you want? How about some of that?"
This entire game has been a highlight reel just for Scottie James. Forget everything else that's happened.
Yeah, don't tell me there wasn't a little frustration after Friday night.
Ball pressure now. Deep three coming. No. Rebound taken by McGee. Scottie James just screaming at Baxter Bell. He's just got this adrenaline pumping right now. He doesn't know what to do with himself.
He's playing angry.
20 and 15 for Scottie James. We got 11.5 minutes to go in the ballgame.
Well, that's the kind of pride Scottie has as a player.
Baxter Bell kicks it out. Corner three coming from Cuff. No. And the rebound going to the Hawks.
You know, Scottie demands so much out of himself. He works so hard.
Anderson. Oh, whirling dervish throws it up off the mark. And here comes the Flames. 4-on-1 if they hurry. Baxter Bell says, "I'll take it all the way." Let the big fella get out and go.
I just love seeing Mayo lead the break. He's just so smooth.
That man will put him in the open floor and let him work. This crowd loving it. That'll get us to a timeout. It has been the Scottie James show today. 20 and 15. Just another day at the office. Mark Price, and we're looking forward to seeing him get some game action. What we've seen in practice, the kid can really shoot it.
Yeah, it's another one of these cases where good players just, it's hard to find minutes because you're on such a deep team, but let's see Josh get in here and see how he does.
Bucket for Cheeseman, he's got just 4 points. As the Flames have done a fantastic job on him. Dale Holmesley, still scoreless. Only taking 2 shots. Trying to look inside Kyle Road there. They finally get it to him. Steps out top of the key. couple of true freshmen and a redshirt freshman all on the floor right now for Liberty. Pacheco with 5 on the shot clock. Kicks to Kyle, or excuse me, to Robinson.
With Coach a little bit about that, but how do you manage that? He said, you know, we've not put a ban on talking about it, but we're talking about it in light of what got us there. What are the things that we did that helped us achieve that and try and replicate that this year?
Voiles fouled as he took it up strong. So he'll get himself a couple of free throws. A foul going against Caleb Holmesley.
You talked about Caleb, you know, not a lot in the scoring column tonight, but he's finding other ways to contribute.
Yeah, 6 assists.
6 assists, a couple rebounds.
Voiles hits the free throw. Announced attendance here today, just over 3,000. Is that whistle going to go against Cheeseman? That's number 4. Well, Emily Austin hanging out near that Liberty bench. What are you hearing over there, Emily?
Yeah, I think head coach Richie McKay is trying to get Georgie going behind the arc. He's 0 for 5 now, but he's like, hey, stop shooting or I'm going to take you out. I'm going to take you out. If you know, stop shooting the ball. But clearly Georgie was laughing it off, so let's see if that gets him going here.
Trying to loosen him up a little bit. Georgie's not a guy that usually gets too uptight either. He has himself a good time out there on the floor and was one of the best three-point shooters percentage-wise in the ASUN Conference a year ago.
Yeah, a little bigger than the shot from the corner.
Right, one of the biggest shots in program history in that championship game against Lipps. Chad Robinson had it stripped and taken away. Now, Josh Price reaching in there, grabbing hold of it, and they're going to say that ball is going back to Portland Eastern Shores. He stepped out of bounds, but a nice defensive play by the redshirt freshman.
Yeah, just kind of latches on the ball, doesn't foul. Sticking his nose in there. Good job, Josh Price.
So 9.5 to go. Still just an 11-point lead for the Flames. Cannon Bartley driving it and fouled by Price. Got a step on the redshirt freshman, and Price fouls him from behind.
Yeah, I saw some of that Friday night, Matt. I made the game key is guarding the dribble, just sort of knowing the style that the Shore likes to play. I think that's one area. Again, there's movements within the pack line, obviously, and you're playing off your teammates and things, but individually, you've got to be able to guard your guy in your area. And so I think that's one of the areas Flames need to continue to work on and clean up. Even great teams all across the country. Yeah. Great teams with a lot of guys returning. There is still always work to be done.
One more free throw coming for Cannon Bartley. He gets it to fall. Flames bring in some fresh bodies. Holmesley back out there. Scottie James. Darius McGee in there as well. Scottie has 20. Darius with 17 today as the Flames turn it over. 10 turnovers now. And the look on Richie McKay's face across the way pretty much says it all.
Yeah, I mean, the pressure was there, but, you know, Coach said that shouldn't bother us. You know, we just get a little careless there. It was kind of token pressure, even though it was full court. And the Flames turned it over.
Jimfrey trying to get loose, but good defense.
Yeah, good defense.
Forces the back pass.
Yeah, great defense, active hands. Made Jimfrey panic a little bit and caused confusion. They throw it out of bounds.
Kyle scored 12 points on Friday, but it's plays like that,
yes,
they are going to keep him out on the floor and what make Richie McKay, no doubt, happier than anything else. The points are great. He wants to see a lockdown defensively.
Yeah, such a smart player. Tough defender.
He has it, puts it on the deck, drives, step back, and gets the roll. That was pretty. And that's what we're talking about. He's got the quickness to be able to create his own shot like that.
Yeah, drove it in there hard, got the defender back on his heels, and then a nice, strong step back to create space with a little floater.
Voiles drives to the free throw line, has it poked away, taken away by Cuffy, and he commits the foul.
Cuff does a great job. Now, I mean, there's a lot of things to being a great defender. But the he's moving his feet, he's putting his body, but that last reach out as a player collects his last dribble to go up into his shot, his timing and reach to get that poke away. We saw a couple of them Friday night against Radford. That right there, it's like the last thing you do before you, as a player's going into his shot, is take a swipe at the ball, then get your hand up to contest. Great job by Cuff.
We also had a chance to learn from one of the best we've seen the last couple of years.
You are right about that.
Lavelle Cabell, who was a master at just sticking a hand in there and poking it away at the last second.
You're going to be an understudy to somebody to be a great defender. Lavelle Cabell was a guy.
Holmesley, 3-ball from the corner, knocks it down. So Caleb is on the board.
Yeah, you're not going to keep him out of scoring column for too long. He was just sort of looking to distribute, I think, a little bit more today.
Yeah.
Again, it shows the depth of this team. Other guys can step up and score.
It shows you the personality of this team, too, that he wasn't going to force it just to try to get his. And Scottie shares a warning lead in the break. He is so much fun to watch.
He really is.
3-ball hoisted off the mark. And the offensive board. Haven't been a lot of those for the Shore today. They're just one of their last 8 from the field. Cheeseman. A little hesitation, and Scottie commits the foul. That is the 4th team foul on the Flames. A little surprised they haven't tried to force its Cheeseman a little bit more. He's only taken 4 shots, made just 2 of them. One of the veterans, their leading returning scorer from a year ago.
And he's a 17-foot kind of guy.
Drive there, spin, falling away out the window, no, out of the hand of Glenn Anderson, and Caleb Holmesley will pull it down.
But yeah, as you see some of these guards for Eastern Shore kind of emerge, you can't forget about your big fellas inside.
Holmesley lobs it into James, double team comes, kicks to the corner, Road open for 3, too strong. Whoa, is that kicked? Yeah. That one bouncing high up off the glass. It'll stay with Maryland Eastern Shore. There's another look.
Cuff will defend you with his hands, with his foot, with his head. But that's good deflection there because it stopped the run out, the fast break. Eastern Shore had numbers.
Sean Phillip swings it to Ty Gibson. Under 7 to go in the ball game. Gibson driving and scoring on Cuffy. Gibson has 8, 6 of those coming here in the second half.
The Hawks still fighting. Still believing.
Patient, kicks it out. Kyle Rowe now to Cuffy. 8 on the shot clock. Rowe gets the free throw line, a little floater up there. That's pretty. Haven't seen that in the Arsenal yet. As Kyle Rowe now has 5.
Yeah, got the ball, quick check the shot clock. Knew it was running down, took it in, didn't take it too far. Very smart play.
That pass a little bit behind Cheeseman, and it's taken away by Scottie James. Rowe showing off the handles, a little behind the back dribble, had it poked away, but James will track it down. They let Rowe bring the ball up here the last couple of times. Again, just guys that can handle it.
Yeah, having confidence in guys' skills.
Holmesley, 4 on the shot clock. He'll hoist from 3. No, Scottie James getting in there, getting the offensive board, putting it up in there. He's just too strong now.
He is. I mean, they had a guy on either side of him. He's still able to corral it. Get right back up with the soft touch.
22 and 16 for Scottie James today. If you're wondering, his career high as far as rebounds go is 17. That came against Georgia State back in 2018. So he is closing in on that. Flames trying to put this one away here in the late stages. Duffy had it knocked away, and it will stay with the Flames. 15 on the shot clock. It's Baxter Bell and George Pacheco sub in. Scottie James and Darius check out.
Those two guys deserve a rest. They've had great afternoons.
41 points between the two. 10 on the shot clock. Mile Baxter Bell running the offense, settling everybody in. Now backing down, looking for help. Mosley, 2 on the shot clock. Gets in the lane, floater, goes down.
I like these guys. They're working hard. They're playing defense. They're playing. Their offense is nobody's forcing things. They're really playing together, sharing the ball.
Their next game will be Tuesday as they travel to Longwood. Walter Prevost working on Baxter Bell. Goes up, draws the foul, and gets the bucket to fall. There's no quit in this bunch, and really at this stage of the game, that's kind of the #1 thing you're probably looking for if you're Jason Crafton. I just want to see the effort there consistently.
Yeah, effort. Just guys that you want to just have competitive fire, togetherness. Again, they're going to go on the road a lot of these games. That builds unity amongst a team. And again, you're really building yourself for conference play. And again, I know these guys are picked 11th in the conference. I will be very surprised if they finish down there with what I've seen this afternoon.
Under 4 to go. Mile Baxter Bell handling the ball at the top of the key. Flames looking to get into some offense here. Right back to Mile. Backing down Prevost. Loses it, taken away. Now, ball loose on the floor, and finally the Hawks corral. They need a little offensive run here over the next minute or two to make this thing interesting. Jim Fee hands it off to Ty Gibson, and he took steps. So the turnover gives it back to the Flames. That is 13 turnovers now going against Eastern Shore. Well, Richie McKay talked about needing to step it up defensively in the second half after giving up 48, or excuse me, after giving up, what will that be, 27 in the first half. They've given up right now 21 here so far in half number 2. They've done a better job certainly in making it more difficult for the Hawks, but I still have a feeling he's going to have some words in practice.
Yes, there is.
Some words in the locker room post-game about what the standard is defensively for this program. This hasn't been it.
Yeah, and it's not the scoreboard. And with Coach McKay, it's never the scoreboard. So they come out of this, and they'll have work to do. Get ready for Tuesday night.
Late in the shot clock, and a foul will let the Flames off the hook. Seventh team foul on Maryland Eastern Shore. We'll get Georgie to the free throw line. George Pacheco, 13 wins away from becoming Liberty's winningest all-time player. There's a lot of stats, a lot of top 50 lists, whatever. Bottom line, if you leave a program as the winningest player all time, I don't know if there's anything better than that.
Yeah, that is a true accomplishment. Not only to the Pro Line Center.
So you had that deal like so many players do when a new facility comes along. You were the guy right before saying, man, I wish I could have had that.
That's right. Now I got to coach in this great facility for a number of years. A lot of great memories, but nope, never played.
Will debut a new arena next season. Can't wait for that. This program continues to get better and better in all facets.
My game translated more to the old facility anyway.
Okay, all right.
I don't think I deserve to play in this facility.
Yeah, a lot of great memories in this building, no doubt. You've shared some fun stories over the years of some of those. Baxter Bell going to work, gets around his man, powers it up, bucket in the foul.
Great patience, great body control, and certainly strength. Look, takes this Chests up a couple times, takes the hit, nice soft finish.
That's a Prevost committing the foul.
Listen, talk a lot about what Meyer can do for the team, but listen, his attitude, you can't put a price on that. I mean, here's a kid who could go to a lot of other programs, man, and start and play more minutes, but his acceptance of his role and his minutes, that's why we talk about him as a leader, because he lives it out, that he's team first. And then again, when he steps on the court, he does great things.
Colton Reed checking in. Colton was a manager on the team last year, kind of taking that Rax track, you know, Zach Farquhar track. Manager last year. They liked what they saw so much. He's on the team this season, so making his first appearance, and also checking in for the first time. Redshirt freshman Blake Preston, his collegiate debut. Really excited to see this kid. 6'9", kid out of Charlotte, big body.
Another situation where we hear great things in practice, but it's like it's hard to find minutes on this team that brings so many great players back.
Good defense initially by Robinson, but Deshaun Phillip able to get it together and lay it in.
Yeah, stays with the shot, gets blocked, but Phillip gathers it for the finish.
George Pacheco backing his way down, and we'll get a whistle. That foul going against Phillip. Georgie will get back to the strike. Yeah, you know, we talk so much about this team, all they have coming back. These are talking about all the young guys. It's Josh Price, another one of those. Is going to check back in here momentarily. And you start saying, boy, how does it all shake out? Where the minutes come from? Thankfully, it's Richie McKay having to settle that, not us. You know, we don't have to make those decisions, but there is so much talent on this group. And it does help when you have the veterans who have shown themselves to be so selfless. If you're a young guy and you're looking at Mile Baxter-Bell still coming off the bench, and yet he accepts his role and pours everything into it, how are you going to say, well, I'm not getting as much, you know, run as I want to? You know, you've got great examples in front of you.
Sure do. On the court, this whole program is about selflessness and serving others. And there's a lot of ways to do that in basketball and beyond the court.
Under a minute to go. Frost feeding the post. Prevost has it. Takes it up. Couldn't knock it down. Loose ball gathered in by Maryland Eastern Shore. Jim Fee on the wing. Whistle underneath. And there you get Blake Preston there. Being a little too physical down low. Hey, get your name in the scorebook, you know, get a stat there next to your name. Nothing wrong with that.
Make a mistake, you know, doing it in a hustle play. You can't fault that. Coming in, you want to play tough D down there on the block.
Titus Dean checking in now for Liberty. Another redshirt freshman out of St. Paul, making his collegiate debut as well. So we've got a number of guys getting on the floor for the first time as a Flame today. See if one of those guys can't get a bucket before we get out of here, huh? You always like seeing guys get their first points. Josh Price going to bring it up for it. We should mention we saw a guy actually wearing a throwback Mark Price jersey in the crowd earlier, so that was pretty cool. The turnover as Deshaun Phillip takes it in, and he's fouled by Price. So turnover there for the Flames. They've committed 13 of them today, and that will be a number that's a little too high for Richie McKay's liking. Deshaun Phillip knocks down the free throw. He's got 9, freshman out of Baltimore. One more coming. As I mentioned, the Flames back in action on Tuesday against South Carolina State. We'll have that one for you. Offensive rebound and the lay-in as Titus Dean couldn't corral it. Phillip does. Lays it in for 2. And Richie McKay, I think, kind of sent a little bit of a message here. He's bringing back all the veterans. And all the young guys are making their way off the floor. And listen, we're giving you a chance here, but you also... We're not just going to let it get sloppy.
Yeah.
There's still
the expectations are high, and demanding, no matter who you are, no matter what time of the game is. There's 22 seconds left, but coach is like, I'm not going to bend the expectations.
So Pacheco will inbound. Some pressure shown by Eastern Shore. Get it back to Georgie. Shot clock is off as they look to run it out. And they will do so. Well, Rich McKay said before, he said a lot, we don't play to the scoreboard.
That's right.
We have a process. We want to get better every day. And that's what we're focusing on.